Okay, so we're currently live. And all right. So we're currently live. Wait a second. Okay, so then again to start off. Hello and welcome to the session. As I said once again, I'm going to repeat it so everyone knows, and you also know in the VOD. We're first going to go over the replay file that you have with Warwick, discuss it, have a POV maybe on the Warwick game, move to Braum, discuss it, have a POV game on Braum, and then we end with questions and answers that you put in the chat, that you put or chat puts, whichever is perfect. I listen to yours first of all because these are the ones that are important since the culture system is for you, not for viewers. So, then again, starting off. You said you didn't start playing LoL until quite recently. Is that correct?
Yeah, I pretty much the past 3 seasons didn't really play. I just played for the hell of it, and like I said, less games in the last month than 3 years combined. So
Okay.
I'd like to take this as my first real season of League of Legends. I've always followed the pro scene though. That's kind of what kept me with League of Legends, is I just watch LCS and shit.
That's very good actually, because if you watch LCS constantly, you actually get to see the meta and how it's evolving and understand it, and also see hard tier games, so you can actually get something from that one. I personally grew up watching. I grew up as a player watching a lot of LCS streams, so I really like people also do that. I also like that you're very motivated to do stuff because that helps me out and does it easier for me. So okay, now I'll be trying to go over in game. With the Warwick, and once we go in, I'm going to pause at first, and then we begin the discussion and the review itself. Because as a jungler, what I like to do is normally talk about what you think in the loading screen. So just like the loading screen is now, and it's showing up, I personally want to have people looking at the game in the loading screen, junglers, and try to think what they should be doing actively.
Yeah, look at the matchups. Who's going to be the best lane for me to gank? Who's going to win the lane if I fight them? What happens if a counter gank happens? Things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna follow up until a few minutes, and it should be fine. And we're just gonna go and just zoom out on the map so we can see it more. Okay, this should be good. Okay, now let me just open EpiPad as well because I'm dumb and I haven't opened it up yet. Because obviously I'm a newbie. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing apparently. Once I've opened it, we're gonna start properly. Okay, so it's opened. Perfect. Okay, so let's start out now. Oh, hey, shit, what's going on? Okay, let's go over it. So the game started. 5 seconds in. Just assume you're out of game and in the loading screen. What do you think once the game starts? How do you go over it? Wait, something is out here. Is this ranked game?
Yeah, it's always ranked.
What is the vibe with Ignite and not Smite?
Yeah, I didn't realize that for about 10 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, and once I realized that, I kind of was like, oh, okay, whatever, but I've already was like halfway through my recording.
Okay, whatever. Okay, let's just go with it. Assume that.
I figure since this is more focused on my support gameplay, it wouldn't really matter.
Oh, this is your support game. I mixed them up. That means whatever.
Yeah,
We're gonna start with Braum one. Doesn't matter. So since you're not jungler here and you're Braum, you still need to think about what the win conditions of your team is to understand what you need to do in bot lane and whether you need to roam up early or try to stay bot to focus on your lane with Caitlyn, to either try to punish the enemy bot lane because they're quite lower than you in the 2v2, or if you should push up lane and try to secure vision of the river as for a jungler. So how do you think you should approach this game?
I should approach this game by playing safe mostly in the bot lane, because the engage that Janna has with her knockup is just going to totally screw us over. Like my E can't block it. If we go to late game, we have a Jax that's honestly just going to carry the game from there. And in the Vi and the Graves matchup, I haven't really seen either of those guys, so I don't have any comment. And I think Yasuo beats Karthus, so I don't really have a chance to roam there.
Okay, you said that Braum Shield doesn't block Giant Tornado.
Yes.
Well, you'll still get CC'd, but not for as much time. Anyway,
Oh, it doesn't. Oh,
so you
I
get
didn't know it was
CC'd, but
a long
not
time.
for the long. You get techno help, but not for a long time. And you said you should be playing passive. That's not the case here. So, um, if we
Just
just go
Caitlyn
over it,
poke.
you have Caitlyn Braum, yeah? Okay. And
Yeah.
they have Twitch Janna. Now, Janna is very passive in lane. She doesn't really have anything to do in lane other than just press E on his Twitch. Or simply disengage or engage. But since you're Braum, you can start from very long range, the engage with the Q to slow someone down. And then Caitlyn can punish them with the slow. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to proc the 4 passive.
Okay.
The 4 hit passive. The Braum has because you can win the trade before that anyway. So Janna can't really respond to you in many ways. You're gonna be just She's gonna be just stuck in this lane. She just wants to get as a result right as possible. She doesn't want to stay in lane. She wants teamfight phase because she's a teamfight oriented champion. She can mostly do well at peeling someone who's important, someone who's a carry from divers, which in her case you don't really have any. So Janna here is kind of an odd pick, not really having a fit into a team composition. Um, Against your own at the very least. Which also is very, very weak early. So these two champions are weak early. Now, oh my god, I can't spell properly.
Well, one thing I'd
Oh,
like to say too is anytime I do a support game, I kind of like to read my ADC first because I don't know if my ADC is a person that's just going to go aggro or a person that's just going to play safe. You know.
yeah, that's also a good thing to do. But you can try to assume what they're gonna do at the very least.
Yeah.
So at the beginning you can play aggressive because that's what the matchup depends. And if she plays passive, then you switch up your style because if she plays passive to
Okay.
Twitch, I don't know what she can do on that one. So just drum. Scotland, you're strong. Apologize my spelling. Strong early. Okay.
Yeah, Caitlyn just
So
does so
you
much
actually
poke.
beat them so hard. Yeah, exactly. They can punish you. Now, ideally, you don't want to push the lane. So you won't use your Targons to actually push the lane early on. That's one thing that you need to take into consideration. You will actually instead try to hold the lane at mid or somewhere nearby. Have your Caitlyn allow them to harass. Because if you go into the lane early on, and instead of like just holding the lane here, and you'll push the lane into them, if you push it into the turret, Caitlyn can still harass Twitch, but there's not much harass to happen because there's a Janna shield coming in, so Twitch will get less harass. Whereas if you hold the lane in the middle, like I said, you'll have to go up and go to 6 individual minions to try to last hit them, which then allows Caitlyn 6 potential auto attacks on Twitch,
Mhm.
at least. So
And in this game, we do end up getting pushed up, and in the POV, I was like, I don't want to be here. This is not good for us.
I mean, you shouldn't normally get pushed up. You should just respond to the push and just stay there. I mean, how does Shanna Twitch push you in the end?
No, they don't push us. We push, and
Oh,
we get a freeze off like right under their turret. And at this is like early game, and
it's
it was
not good to have
just
a freeze here. This is bad for you. That's
yeah,
Caitlyn
it was
from.
really bad.
I mean,
Like
considering they have a Vi with Ignite, I mean, it might be not that bad, but you don't want to be there as a Caitlyn Braum. I mean, you can hypothetically be there because it's still the same thing as it doesn't hit the turret, but it's just not safe for you to play there. So if you want to hold the freeze, you hold here or you hold here. And this is the best place where you can actually hold the freeze against them because you can just punish them very easy. You just step up behind. So let's say the minion wave is here, yeah? You
Mhm, mhm.
go somewhere around this side or this side, and you just stay back a bit, like at about this point in the minion wave, and you can just W onto it if something happens. Block the Shadow Tornado with a Q, and then follow up with the Q that you land, and then Caitlyn can go off euros, then it continues to freeze, and Twitch in the end, after doing this repeatedly, will have nothing to do but recall or try to roam. So that's
Yep.
one way
First,
it's going to happen. Yeah.
first major engage after 6. That's exactly what happened, and it played for us so well.
Okay. Um, So we can move on. Let's get back to actually the lane assignments and stuff like that. So you win bot over them. That's one thing. So bot is won by you, and then you can actually go for the rest of the matchups until hot dough. You said you assume it's Cardis early on. Not necessarily true. It depends. Cardis is still range and he can push very fast. Yeah, so early game doesn't necessarily push that fast. Yasuo can win the trades and he can cheese level 2 to win it, but he himself knows that he has a pretty bad matchup normally, and he will go teleport to actually try to make up for the fact that he's melee into Cardis. Because if Yasuo comes melee range, Cardis just activates E, and for 2 or 3 ticks, as much as he needs, he will be able to easily just trade Yasuo, because he has a very easy trade pattern. If he comes in and he's Qs, you just Q onto your minion, because he will E onto your minion. So as a card, you just Q onto the minion, and it's really easy to punish him with a Q. And if you hit a full hit Q, which will happen because there's no of the enemy minions nearby, you'll actually do a lot of damage to him. So it's really predictable for where Yasuo will be and how his trade pattern is. And that really makes it easy for Cardis to trade against him. Now, I don't know if Cardis knows that, because it's probably gold, but by default, I think Cardis should win into Yasuo the first few levels, and then he'll have an issue after level 5, 6, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That totally makes sense, though. Yasuo has a really predictable movement with his dash through, and so Karthus can just get a free Q.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never thought about that. Makes sense.
Yeah. Other than that, you look at jungle matchups, and do we need to talk about this?
I'd like to talk about the jungle matchup. Like how I see it is, it really matters if Vi hits her engage. I think that's whoever wins. If Vi doesn't hit it, Graves wins, because he can just kite her around. But if Vi hits her engage and sticks to him, I think Vi wins that fight.
Oh, considering she doesn't have Ignite.
I know that.
Considering this, it's a no-brainer. Graves just wins. But under normal circumstances, let's see if I have.
Yeah, I'm talking normal circumstances.
You're gonna have to see where Vi starts and where Graves starts, so you know what the path is gonna be. So we can do it as a support as well, or as a laner as well. People in high-low usually do this, even if they're laners or not. They try to keep track somewhat of the enemy jungler to see where he can be, because normally people are not as smart as to track the enemy junglers, so they'll fall behind kind of in terms of information and intel and vision and stuff like that. Because mostly the game is won by information. Who has the most information normally should win the game. And if you keep track of the enemy Vi in her jungle, and you can ping her positions, because you don't need to be Graves to do that, then it's really easy. And all it needs for you to do is to actually see where she starts, and then you can assume where she would go, and just see when she pops on the map. Because obviously you can't do that constantly, because you'll have a lane that you need to be in, but the lane also allows you because it's Twitch China. But then again, you need to punish it early, so there's that as well. Still normally Vi is a jungler who normally wants to farm up to level 6, or she wants to try to gank level 3 to get like a win. Graves is one who wants to power farm. He has very good level 2, very good level 3, scales very well early on, and is insane at dual link skirmishing because he's ranged. Whereas Vi is very good at skirmishing because she can just all-in someone and one person. But that's not necessarily very good up until she gets her ult to have the 2 dash. So like Q is one of her dashes, and R is one of her other dashes. So she uses like Q to primary engage, and then R to stick at opponents after they flash or if they want to flash.
Okay.
But by default, Graves should power farm really easily. So Graves, what he would do is he would start Raptors. He would go then into red, then he goes at wolves, then he goes at blue, then he goes at grump, and he clears it very fast because it's still Graves even with the nerf. And after he finishes grump, after about I don't know 320, 330, 340, anything like that, it's when he should normally clear this. He can, because he's Graves, he's still full HP, so he can go and get his skull. Get vision here because assuming Vi started bot side as well, she's still gonna be here to contest the skull or to take it. So he'll be able to take skull. So he basically has all this part of the map, which is now not really useful for him. But he has gained vision and river. What he can do now is actually go and try to see where the enemy raptors will be, because raptors have a respawn time of 230 and they first spawn at 137. People clear about, let's say, 150 at most, something like that.
Wait, aren't all camps except for buffs 230?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Okay.
The
No,
Raptors
you
spawn.
just said Raptors, so I thought you meant specifically Raptor.
No, Raptors spawn on 137. That's the part that's more important.
Oh, gotcha.
But normally clear at 2:30, and they clear the big raptor at 2:30, and um, that means that the raptors are going to spawn in at wait 150 plus 2:30, so that would go up until 4:20 later.
Okay.
So that's normally when the raptor should respawn. Hypothetically, if he clears it by 150. There's like an approximation, so it can either go from like 415 to like 425. So this is normally when the raptors will respawn. And this is the 4-minute mark where you will see people being in their starting side of the jungle again. So 4 minutes in, you'll see people, like if Prey starts raptors, he will normally be here, or if the enemy jungle starts raptors, he can also be around here. In this case, Graves, because he can clear very fast, he has 1 minute to do whatever the fuck he wants, and then he can actually ward like 330 or 340, and the ward will be there, and he can put the ward here or here, and this will allow him to actually get information on when Vi actually cleared the Raptor and be there to contest it, because he realizes if Vi is immediately there to get it or not. Because if Vi is immediately at 4:30, that means that she probably did a full clear, skull, warded something, went back and went straight to it and is waiting for it to respawn. Either that or she went for Krugs and didn't ward, and then she goes for Raptors immediately. If you don't see her there, it means that she actually wastes some time in the jungle, so she maybe wanted to clear your Krugs. She maybe want to do some other stuff. So I'm saying this because you also want the jungle POV as well, so I'm explaining how the matchup can go. Hypothetically,
It's definitely
Graves,
what helped.
hypothetically Graves can actually just go into her jungle, and he can either recall here, but it's not optimal, or he can go and ward like the bot side, because at 4 minutes mark, Spy will be in her bot side again probably, and after that you can keep track of her because you can't her CS, and you know Wolves and Gromp will spawn up at different time, which is still in the 4 minute mark. That's how you basically get track and do that. So you can actually assume that. Well, now that depends on whether Vi actually starts Raptor or not. Because if she starts Raptors, that could happen because Graves has the advantage in a 1v1 at level 4 and 5. Whereas Vi actually gets an advantage somewhat at level 6 because she can just CC someone up until the initial up. You understand me, right?
Yep, I understand.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So by doing this, you will know that if she starts Raptors, she'll probably not be both side by the 4 minute up until like let's say, if she tries to cheese some way or another, um, then she'll be both side at about 2:30 to 40, 50, something like that, 3 minutes. If not, then she'll be both side at the 4 minute mark, probably going for Raptors. So 4:30, she might set up for a gank bot or mid. So that's how you know one thing. So you know the timings when you can actually see Vi bot line, and then you can ward accordingly, so you don't waste your wards. So it's 4:15, and you know Vi can be bot side and coming bot side anytime soon. Then you go and ward the tri-bush or simply the bush here at this time. So you don't waste your ward and put like 320 to expire at 420, and then she ganks at 4:30, and your ward expire because you placed it way too early. You understand what I mean?
Yep, definitely understand. I think I actually do end up placing it early in this instance.
Okay. And regarding win conditions, you know that you beat the bot lane, mid lane should have to play win levels 1 4, and probably even 5. Um, Graves wins into Vi, and the only problem is top lane where Pantheon just absolutely shits Jax early game, and there's nothing that Jax can actually do.
That's Pantheon for you.
Yeah, so you know, top side will probably win, and even if Graves helps it, um, helps Jax early game. It's still gonna be a hard matchup because Jax, even if Pantheon dies once, unless he loses 2 waves worth of XP, because he doesn't have to P up, so you can just push him under a turret and stuff like that. Then uh, it's simply that he will be able to come back because of sheer power in the early game. So there's not much for Graves to do there unless he actually finds a way to absolutely punish Pantheon. And normally he shouldn't gank top unless the opportunity presents itself. As for mid, he has the easy gank mid and can definitely try to snowball the Yasuo, snowball the Cardus on the Yasuo, but Yasuo's has to be, so he will still cast the waves if he goes there. But then again, it's not that big of a deal because Karthus has exhaust and can set up the ganks very easy with his W and X exhaust. Because with exhaust and W, or either of them, he can just maintain a perma slow on Yasuo, which allows the Graves to catch up if he actually has Stormlayers, because I don't know what he has. To just go up and try to auto attack Yasuo, because the E dash allows you to go through the wall and to get to him. As for bot lane, if you don't push up the lane and you just sit around here, for example, you're gonna have an easy time to have the correct gank for you, because you can bypass the ward that's in the tree bush by going this side and going over the wall, Dragon Pit, taking the I think that spawns here. What's it called? Blast Cone. He goes over to here, which is a Gromp, and then he moves up like this. And then he goes in behind them, and you can actually just go far in with the wave of minions and just engage them. And there's no way they can respond because Janna Tornado has a one side only that she can go for. So she can either Q the Graves, or wait a second, Q the Graves, or Q towards you and Q both, or one of you. If you block with the E, then you only she only tornadoes with you, and only for a small time, and you can follow up with Flash if actually Graves is close to getting the kill. Understand that as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I never thought of that gank path, actually. That's really, really good.
That's a way to gank, because that's only the only way you can gank Janna, because you try to make her choose where do I put my tornado up and what do I do. The best choice for Janna actually, and she can do it one way, when she's retreating, she can actually place tornado this way and wait for you to come up. And she makes you just go around, and she can also catch the Graves up. But that requires her to actually be a good Janna and think about the situation, which doesn't happen in gold. So yeah, that's perfect. Moving on to the win conditions that you each have. So if you watch DJ stream, stuff like that, when he VOD reviews, he talks a lot about win condition and stuff like that, blah 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 blah, etc. etc. You probably know as well. What you have to think when taking into consideration your win condition is basically how do you want to win a game, or what the approach is best when you want to win the game, and how you should approach the game as well. So when you're talking about your win condition, you're talking about the enemy's win condition. I'm just gonna put like this, and you're talking about what to do.
I understand.
So we're just gonna make a table because I don't have anywhere to properly write it. What is your team's win condition normally? So you see you have Jax, Graves, Karthus, Kaylee, and Braum into their team. What do you think your win condition is?
If it goes to late game, we have Jax split push.
Okay, so that's split push. That's 1-4 basically.
If we're team fighting early, we have a really, really good team fight with Karthus, Caitlyn, and Braum just overall. Because that, I mean, even if Yasuo hits a Q on Karthus, like you said, can just back him off, and Graves and Caitlyn can just dance around their entire melee matchup in mid and jungle. Their win condition would be late game Twitch or
so
mega scaling.
So you're saying their win condition later on is a team fight?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5v5 or
sorry, I thought you were saying something else. Either they win the 5v5, in like a 5v5, I still think we win the 5v5 overall, just because between my Q, my ult, we can just mega CC along with Jack's stun. Anybody that jumps in, i.e. Pantheon or Yasuo or Vi, we can just stop them.
Yeah, I understand. Think it more thoroughly. Get past the team fight, get past 5v5. What do you think? What condition do you have? They have to win. Another thing that they can do.
Are you saying like which lanes we need a hard push? Which are
no? I'm necessarily meaning which win condition. What they can do as well to get the win, or to actually get ahead enough so they can win.
Pantheon has to continuously kill Jax and push his lead into mid lane. And then
regarding the early, no, that's the early game, and that's you winning every single lane, having lane priority in lanes, and just straight up winning early game all the 3 lanes. That's a win condition, but they have not drafted that because they have a Yasuo in the mid, they have a Twitch and a Janna bot lane. So that's not their win condition. All for you, their win condition is a pick composition. Is a pick basically, like legitimately just picks.
With the Vi and the Yasuo.
Yeah, they make picks on the map because they have Twitch, they have Vi, they have Pantheon, and they have Yasuo. Their lockdown is a Vi ult, into a Yasuo ult, into a fault from Twitch. Twitch can also roam to try to assassinate someone to get picks. He can also be visible, scout out ahead and see who's coming, and then they can catch up easily. Stuff like that. Pantheon can ult before if someone is pushing the wave way too far, like here, and Pantheon is ulting here, and there's not much you can do because you're basically surrounded at that point in time. So stuff like that.
I understand now. So they don't even want to go for the team fight. They want to catch one of us off.
Well, that's pretty much it. Their team fight is actually pretty shit because they don't have AoE knockups unless Janna flashes ult, and that doesn't put them in the same position. So Yasuo can ult them. Pantheon isn't good at team fighting. Vi isn't good at team fighting. She's only good at solidifying. Trying to get somebody out from the team fight, just like Inoda does somewhat, but to an extent that she CCs them and almost kills them. And she can always get into a team fight because she has a point-click hold. And other than that, there's nothing else that they actually do have. The only reason why 5v5 is an option for them is because they have Twitch Janna, and that's it. That's legitimately, or if Yasuo lands Tornado somehow. That's the only reason why they have 5v5. Other than that, they only have a viable option of picks, because in a 5v5 team fight, Cardis absolutely shreds them. You can put a wall in front, and you can block out Twitch's damage. Pantheon has no way to fight, Gideon has long range, she will be likely to be caught out by 5, she plats all someone, but if she does that, Cardis acts as a zone, as a wall towards them, because Cardis is a control mage, and you know the definition of control mages? Control mages are mages who can actually control a certain point very, very easy. So, Cardis by itself with his E, and the fact that after he dies he still keeps his E, can control a team fight area even after he dies, and can make people not go there because they receive free damage that way. Not to note also that you can actually you win all the team fights that are a Baron or a Dragon.
Okay.
Because you have the Cardis. You
yeah,
also have.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you also have very good securing of the objectives because you have Jax, you have Graves, you have Cardis, and you can easily secure Nash or Drake as well. So that's one thing for you as well. You can play for Drakes. It's like Drakes is one win condition that you have. Early Nashers are a win condition that you can have because they cannot normally contest it. You understand me?
Yes, I understand.
So normally, them winning a 5-5 is not an option. And they probably don't have that as a win condition. And they only have the picks as a win condition. They need to get picks continuously to get themselves ahead. And have the Yasuo manage to split push into the Jax. And have the Pantheon in the mid lane and them 3 on a side lane. So that's a 1-1-3 that is resultant from the picks that he pick up. That is one win condition to have. Pantheon from mid lane, he can go to both lanes. Yasuo, you can put him on a side lane because he has TP. And you put Twitch, Janna, and Vi on another lane. Vi to just be there for nothing basically, and Twitch to actually get turrets, and Janna for a disengage that you might need. Because you don't have a hard engage as 3 people, as Caitlyn, Braum, Graves, your only hard engage is the Braum ulti. Or if you actually land the Q. So I'm going to just follow it up.
Okay.
So
yeah, we don't really have anything that can jump on him.
Exactly, unless you actually flank with the Jax. That's the only thing that you can do. In a 1-4 situation where one split push occurs, Pantheon cannot exist because he doesn't do anything in a team fight. So he needs to be there because Yasuo is the one to have TP. If you put Yasuo inside a team fight, him with TP will have just no point whatsoever because he will just not make use of TP. So that's not an option for them. 1-4 is where you win, but they'll probably not allow you to do that. 5v5 is where you win, but they'll probably not allow you to do that. Drake's is where you win because it results from straight up having the win condition a 5v5ing.
Okay.
Okay, do you understand all this?
I'm writing things down. So sorry if I'm a bit delayed between push to talk and typing.
No, it's fine, don't worry about it. So this is mostly what win conditions occur and how you're going to win the game. Oh, he's got a monkey. I haven't even seen the VOD review. I want to see the VOD review to tell you how monkey he is. But again, I'll do that in about half an hour.
That's Dave.
Yeah. He told me it's good. I just want to watch it. I heard it's a gem.
I might have dropped these links in my chats too. So.
Okay. So moving on. You know what your win conditions are, and you know what your win condition is. You can force a 5v5 on their 1-1-3 pretty easily if you just pull people to actually, unless Pantheon and Yasuo get ahead they will not be able to force 1-1-3, and you'll always win in the 5v5. So you can force Drakes early on and hope that Drakes are on your side, and you don't win for the 5v5s. That's the best option. I mean 1-4 it's still a good option, but they can force a 1-1-3 from a 1-4. They cannot force a 1-1-3 from a 5v5, however, because you also have the Caitlyn, Siege, and the Cardus as well, and the Graves, because Graves, Cardus, Caitlyn do so much. The problem comes that you have 4 champions that can siege effectively, but Jax cannot do. That's why your team fighting is not very, very strong necessarily, but you have 4 champions that with modified that status, meaning that even if you have the Jax, they can't do much in team fight. You're still going to be way more relevant in Pantheon in team fight, and you 4 you're alone just can win on team fight alone. I mean, you can actually win a 5v4, I think, as well. That's how relevant your team fight in a mid game is. And they have one champion who's got split pushing. They have a Vi who's got lockdown. Yasuo got split pushing and lockdown. There's Shanna who are team fighting, so they don't have any composition in mind whatsoever. And the only thing that I can do is actually use those 4 champions to go for picks, because that's the only thing that can go up.
Welcome to Gold, where comp doesn't matter and kills
just rule. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. What you should do, however, in this situation is, since you don't want your lanes to lose, you know Jax is going to get wrecked top, so you can either try to punish the Twitch early, start a slow push on bot with a Caitlyn. You know how slow push you started it?
Yes, I do understand lane manipulation.
Perfect. So you start slow pushing the bot lane, hold the wave here, wait until you have superior numbers. You then start pushing immediately as the second wave comes in, so you'll have a few more minions to come in. And once you have, let's say, 10, 11 minions that are stacked up together and reach their wave, you can start actually sieging the turret. So you don't want to hit the Twitch when you're at the turret after a hard push. You hard push a wave into a turret, so you can actually ward and get vision here in the trebush, and then you actually start sieging the turret as fast as you can, because they cannot defend that. Janna can shield that, but if Janna starts shielding that, the shield is very relevant early on, and it'll still reduce a bit of damage from you, and Twitch can get punished at that point in time. Also, Twitch will not have the AD to actually let it under turret alone, and Janna is very bad at helping because they don't usually run attack speed runes. So she's going to be slow at autoing the creeps as well. So if they get and use the E on the turret, they're going to get hit and they're going to get harassed. If they don't use E on the turret, the Shanna at least, then you're going to just get the turret very fast with Caitlyn and the Braum. And you set up a zone control here. And you can do that after the first 3 levels when you all get all your 3 points. So Caitlyn also has an E to harass people if needed. She also has the traps. You can set up traps with turret. And you also have all 3 spells. So that's how you should play the lane. And after you do that, after you actually siege the turret, you should have a full like 10, 12 minute mark, 13, depending on how it goes, 15, let's say. 15-minute mark, it might actually fall the turret. 10 is kind of early, but I mean, if they fucked up, like I expect them to do, it will probably do that. But at 15 minutes, it should fall down. You then initiate a swap. Jax is already big enough. You let the wave first off meet here. You don't push it further on, because then Twitch can just stay there and freeze the wave, and your Jax will not get any XP. So after you get turret, you let the wave meet here with the enemy wave and leave full waves here. So eventually they will start pushing towards your side, because it will initiate a slow push again, and more minions will come here. Especially since Twitch will have to auto attack them and last hit them. That means they'll hard push into your turret eventually. That means Jax will get the free farm, and he'll try to recover from his bad early game.
It's like a ticking time bomb, yeah.
Exactly. Then you initiate swap on the top side. You ask Graves to cover top side. You ask Graves to come for top side also. You can also ask him to come for bot side to actually get the turret if you create a hard push that big and Twitch is low and Janna are low. If any of them then are low, you can actually call Graves. And with the Cardus global ulti, you can actually just try to get turret as fast as possible. Literally just tell him to come. So then again, you move top, you take top turret, you secure it just the way you did. You rotate, you move mid, you get mid turret, and you open up the first 3 waves of the map. That means that instead of being stuck at this point, now you can actually go much deeper. So you'll be able to go like this in their jungle. You'll have control over all the side. You ward it, you force Drakes as much as you can, You suffocate them with vision. That's what you should do as a jungler. You always ward deep then against them, and that allows you to see when the enemy Vi is going to come, because the enemy Vi is a primary threat for you. Also, you don't go deep alone, because Pantheon might ulti you and might kill you, so there's that to watch as well. Have you understood the part I've explained?
Yes.
Okay, so after 3 tier 1s fall down, and you get deep vision, and you focus on Drakes, and you focus on trying to get your Cardus farmed up a bit, so just give him a sideline, stall for a few minutes until he hits his spike, which is, I think, Raw plus Tier plus Seraph, actually, not Tier. That might actually be his power spike when he actually gets stronger, 10 stacks, Catalyst, and up. So that's when he's good. And you just get their camps, literally take all their camps, take everything that he can, suffocate the Vi, so she cannot farm, suffocate the Twitch, so he cannot farm anywhere, and simply try to move her out as a unit around the map, as a 5-5 unit, because if you split up, then you know the win conditions, they get picks on you, and then they get into advantage. So you just walk as a unit on the map and just force stuff, force any objective you can, force stop turret if you see a big wave push. You can manipulate the waves, but that's hard to in solo queue, so that's why I don't talk about it. Move the
Okay,
5 main
so
unit, get turrets, try to get the map even bigger for you, get more vision, get objectives like Drakes, get a pick on someone who tries to get the vision to actually see if Nash is being done, pick him out, go to Nash, do Nash, take more turrets, and that's how you suffocate basically, and you constantly do it. And your line of vision should always be somewhere deep if you're ahead. So like you'd have to worry about here and here after 2-1s are down, and here it's a good ward, here's a good ward, stuff like that. That's a good line of vision that you're gonna have because you see anyone entering. Because you're gonna see anyone entering from this side from the lane, you're gonna see anyone entering from this side and from this side. And now all you have to do is see who's entering from this part, who's entering with a dash here, who's entering from this side, and that's pretty much it. That's all gone. Then you have vision on anyone who's bypassing that certain line of sight that you have here. You understand it?
yep, I understand. You're mostly saying it's like chess.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
League of
just
Legends,
one by one, break everything down and whittle them down until they have nothing.
yeah. That's how it should be played. Because solo queue I don't expect it to play like that, but we'll have to see. And God, I hope it goes well.
Yeah, I understand you do team stuff too, so.
Yeah. Let me direct the camera however I want. I don't care about where you move the camera. Okay, so you're just preparing for a regular entrance here. Let me direct the camera however I want. Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna just go 4x.
So generally every start I usually go where I am right now.
Yeah. Where are you actually? You're there. No, that's not a bad position for you to be in. Normally you defend one here, one here, one here, two here. That's the defend. That's how you defend red side. You put top, jungle, mid, AD, and support here. That's how you normally defend it. You can defend a bit deeper if you instead of putting AD and support here, you put AD here and support here. That's also one way of defending it.
Set up that line of scrimmage. If I'm on blue side, I go to try as support.
If you're on blue side, you can go top laner here, jungle, or mid stays here. Actually, mid stays here, jungle stays here, AD stays here with support, or you can actually move just AD here and support here. Or actually, it's much better if you move support here and AD here, because you can get caught off to the invade, but the AD here doesn't get caught up unless the invade shoot this lane, ward, push, damn it, which is still gonna happen in gold. Because nobody's going to invade you through the bush on both sides. So that's as well what you can set up. But that depends on how your teammates set up as well. Because you have to like go where teammates need you to be, not where you should be. Because that's solo queue. That's how solo queue works.
Mm-hmm.
So you obviously see your Graves is starting red. He doesn't know what he's doing. So you know that whatever you said about Graves and Very Raptor is not going to happen, so you have to recalculate where he's going to be. I know it depends on pathing. Is he going for a full clear starting from red? Is he that dumb? Is he going for a for 3 camp clear and then going to Coda invade or the gank or the counter gank. Which one is trying to do? Is he trying to do? And you see 2 things here when you go lane. Go to lane, you don't see the opponents. Look at where you are. Look at what the minion is. They're not gonna be in time to push the wave, so or to contest the wave. So you can assume that Vi started red buff. You know your Grave started red buff. So they have symmetric pathing. Like if Vi is gonna also do Raptors, his Graves will probably will because I know he's dumb. They'll just keep doing a full clear, and each of them will finish a grump about the same time. When your Grave finishes, put 5 more seconds or 7 more seconds in, and that's where Vi finishes her grump as well. If she does that, if she does a 3-camp clear, think of when Graves finishes Raptors and is moving towards the blue, and that's where Vi should probably finish blue and move up. Understand that?
Yep, that makes sense. I do go out of my way when I am playing jungle to see which laners like got late or which laners are out of mana or things like that.
Yeah.
Like their mid laners low on mana, I know they started Raptors. If the top laner comes in late, he started blue. If the bot lane comes in late, they started red and things like that.
Yeah. What is Vi doing? Oh, she has no smite. That's right.
Yeah,
She's
she has
level
no
1.
smite. Let's not worry about smite. Let's not worry about Vi.
Okay, so Graves is actually doing Raptors. What is he so low? What are you doing?
He's not kiting.
Oh my lord, he's going blue then. God damn. Why didn't you do wolves instead? I'm just gonna go low click here to see the pathing of all junglers so I know what to expect, and then I'm gonna go to some more lanes to see what's happening.
Really quick, so this early on level 1, I noticed that they didn't come, so I tried to push hard for early level 2, which we didn't get anything off of, but we still got level 2 before
them. Okay, so you go level 2. I'm just gonna watch up until 4 minutes in, and then I'm gonna swap back to your lane phase to see how it goes.
Okay, gotcha.
So I can understand it. Okay, he invades, Raptors, 4 minutes in. Perfect, okay. Let's move that one. And go back to 150. Okay. So let's focus on you and your bot lane. So I'm just gonna put like this. You see how you actually pushed the wave, I think? Because you actually, there's 2 minions that are dead. And you have, let me click on Braum. God bless. Nope, target stacks whatsoever. So that means you actually kind of kill the minions when they're like killing. What she's doing is a good thing, but don't sacrifice the minion just like that. You shouldn't be staying here. Like your positioning on the lane is absolutely terrible, abysmal, if you might say. What Caitlyn's is setting up a line here that Twitch cannot approach, and she actually her range goes up until like here or something like that, and you're just here doing nothing, just wanking in the middle of the lane without any target stacks, without anything. So what are you doing here?
Not standing around.
You're just standing around.
Not zoning.
Okay. Caitlyn knows what she's doing. You don't know. And you still don't want to go any close to it. Like Caitlyn right now, she could go up and just auto twitch once. She doesn't want to do that though. Like, okay, that's good. Go up, but go forward, go a case line. What are you gonna do if they try to auto attack you? Caitlyn's gonna auto them as well, and this is gonna work. They're just gonna get harassed. That's not what they want. Caitlyn's breaking line of sight very good, and you're still like, what are you doing here? Why are you creating this line when you should be creating it like this? Like your line that you're creating should be like this, and instead you're like this. Why? That's the point. See?
Okay, I see.
You're
I see
allowing them to
I
come.
shouldn't be up there.
Yeah, you're allowing them to just come into this zone because they're not going to get punished. Because if you just say by this line here, it'll have the same range as this one, so they won't get punished.
So I need to be standing more.
Yeah, and you're throwing your A's from so far away. Just walk off. Killer is going to punish them. I mean, she's going to get aggro now, obviously, from the minions, and that's not going to be good. But like now that Caitlyn actually does that, she gets fucked up because they place a ward there, and that means she cannot harass. And you don't need to be there. You need bush control. You need to actually have been in this bush, and when Janna placed a ward, you need to be here. Actually, just cue her straight up and say, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? This is my fucking lane. What do you think you're actually doing here? You understand? Like this is my bush. You're not placing anything here."
I didn't recognize that we had a better early game when I started this game, but I understand what you're saying now.
Okay. Now Caitlyn is forced to actually, because she's half HP, she's forced to play more defensive. Because you're playing really passive. Like, what are you gonna do if you just stay topside currently? Like, have you actually went towards the push once through the lane phase? Like,
no, I've just been walking back and forth up there.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So moving on, you know, it's 2:32. You see your Graves that's clearing here. He's going to probably go to wolves, but he actually goes to blue for some reason. Vi cannot actually clear Krugs. Oh, she actually cleared the big ones. She still is in level 2. Okay, we're just gonna ignore her. Vi is not in this game. Totally. You see how Jax is getting punished by Pantheon, so you know you have to do stuff very, very fast. Disregarding what Cardis is doing because he's not doing something proper anyway, either. So we're just like doing nothing where Caitlyn's trying to harass, and you hit a minion there with your Q. Don't think I didn't see this.
Oh, no, you didn't see that. No. Nobody saw that yet.
Okay.
I'm writing down.
That's not ideal.
So I need to create a line.
I mean, Twitch has 2 CS, but he has waves that he has not farmed yet, that are still up. Whereas Caitlyn has 6 CS from 2 waves, or from 1 wave. No, from 2 waves. Wait, does she actually have 2? What?
Yeah, no, she missed a lot of CS from harassing so much.
Yeah, and it didn't help her either, because if you went there and you would take her position, she could go and farm as well. So I can't even assume to know where fucking Vi is, because this fight is so bad from that perspective. She cannot even jungle properly.
Yeah, she can't do a thing.
And your Graves is taking his tier time to actually clear the jump. He's 3 minutes in, and he's still not.
I didn't recognize that she didn't have smite either until about 7 minutes. So
like, she cannot help. Like, this lane is a 2v2 at most. It will never be a 3v3 unless unless Yasuo TPs here. And let's be honest, it's Yasuo in gold. These TPs there to be used for lane phase. Look where your line is as well. Like your line of minions. Your line is here, split into 2, and their line is here. Like, let me just make it a bit more clear. Your line is here. Theirs is here. Like, that's not good, because you create, like, a middle line that's in between here. Where the waves actually crash.
We make a really bad early freeze on this, and I didn't like the position we were in.
Yeah, then just go up, auto-tag the minions, because you see Janna use her Q. Once her E goes out, you know that she won't have it for a few more seconds. So in this case, Janna E has a 9-second cooldown, and it uses the shield for 5 seconds. She has a 4-second window in which she cannot do jack shit in the lane. That's how you play around Janna. You see when her pass it, or you see when she uses her E, and when she uses it, count like after it ends, count 4 seconds. Those 4 seconds give you enough time to respond to absolutely anything you want. Like, you can do whatever you want. This is your lane when Janna has no E. You should play it accordingly. Which you haven't, because you haven't even played it accordingly when she didn't use E. I mean,
I think that comes down to knowing the champions in and out. I had no clue that she had a 9-second.
I mean, Kaylin does such a good job here, but just. Okay, break the freeze. Break the freeze. Go into it. Go deeper. You can go into the minion here. Catch it here. What are they here? Come here. Come here. And then you could actually just create a freeze here, which pushes faster into them. Instead of actually being here, you know? Because the wave that will crash into it, this minion dies. And it will probably end here. Something like that. And that's where the 2 waves will crash. So instead of crashing here, you can crash them here. And this actually allows for your minions to get tower shots from turret. certain minions advance faster, and they go into your wave faster because you said melee manipulation. Then they go in faster. They go to your range creeps. They kill the range creeps because obviously melees and range beat range. Until your minions come, they'll advance. You'll start the lane here again. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I definitely get what you're trying to try to break the free.
Yeah. Like so, it's just like there for absolutely no reason. Like,
we don't even do it for another.
I mean, at least hard push it. Like legitimately hit minions if you want to hard push it. Like hit them. Don't walk around. Just hit them. Do something.
I get really worried in the early that like I'm just gonna get blown up. I know that right here they're not going to blow me up, but I still just worry that.
I mean, look at
I'm
it.
gonna get caught out and
Jax gets a kill on Pantheon, and look at the wave. These are 2 waves. Look what did I just say earlier? Hmm.
Oh yeah, you said that Pantheon was going to win unless Jax came out. Or said Graves came out.
Yeah. And but for that, I mean, what else did I say as well?
Oh, he's going to get denied 2 waves with experience and gold, which is going to set him further behind.
Exactly. And that's how Graves actually saw it. I don't know if he actually saw this or did it on by mistake, but he actually went through it and did it properly. So now Jax is miles ahead, or will be miles ahead of the Pantheon. Pantheon has AK 800 gold, which is double longsword. Jax has 600 Elstra. He can get one more wave as well. He'll get to that point as well. And he can go over Crusoe on that crate, or Tabai actually. He can reset how the lane is going. So instead of doing bad, he will now be even the Pantheon early game. So, what should be happening is happening. The only problem is that Curtis has 800 gold, hasn't backed for tier because he has no TP, and he is not constantly pushing the SO in or punishing him, and he's actually losing in CS. So that's one thing that's going to buffer you, but then again, as Curtis, he doesn't need to do much. And also, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, legitimately. You're trolling. I'm not joking. You're actually trolling the Cleveland at this point in time. Look at where the wave is. Look where the enemy is, and look where you are.
So in this situation where I'm at right here, should I be just walking up hitting the tower, or should I be walking?
No, you don't walk up. You come here. You wait for someone to go into range for the range creeps for Twitch. You Q him, killing also him once because he's slowed. You move back. You do it again. On and on and on and on until Twitch falls up below half HP. After which an all-in can happen, and that means he has to play more safe. That means, I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to all-in. It means that he can actually go ill-in if he makes more mistakes. So at that point in time, you have the upper hand, and he actually might have to recall. And that means you can hard push waves, crash them into a turret, reset the wave to go at the mill, and have him lose CS at XP. I understand it.
Yeah, I understand. And I do see that I'm definitely not helping Caitlyn at all. Just kind of leaving her by herself.
I mean, CS has more farm than Caitlyn does, so that's... wait. Something happened to my recording. Okay, never mind, it's back. Now you keep on pushing the waves instead of harassing Twitch, which is really bad, but Caitlyn wants to do it, so you should ping her to not push the wave instead that fast. Because you go to Ward Tribush when the wave is here, and it's really bad to do it beforehand. Like as the wave of minions is going towards the red, go in ward and then you come back. Or as the last minion or last 2 minions die, you go in ward. Because Caitlyn can finish this off, and the enemy team cannot code Caitlyn to punish her for that if she's on the lane, because they'll get punished by your waves of minion, by your minion waves. So the timing of the wards is also 5:39. You actually have no clue where Vi is, but you shouldn't worry about that. So I don't know. You should worry about Yasuo or Pantheon coming in. But if that's coming in, that's coming up from deep in their side, or with TP play. It's good that you push them. You don't allow the TP play, but against the team is fairly not good. His Astro alone cannot come for TP play because he has no CC to lock you down, so Tush can come up and he... And right now you're just playing very passive the lane, you just played it incredibly passive, you just don't punish them enough.
So right there, I was autoing minions because I really wanted the wave to full reset.
Oh my god, what am I watching? What am
You're
I
watching
seeing?
gold, dude. You're watching gold.
Oh. You don't try to reset the minions. You don't try to make slow push. At least Twitch pushes it into you, and you actually respond by hard pushing, for some reason. Like, yeah, that's it. Oh, a few more autos though. That's it. Just auto them. They come up. Auto. Go, Kaylin. Hit him. Hit the Twitch. I mean, now you can't because there's cannon creep. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit, have you won this game? Hmm?
I mean, at level 6, I have a really good engage.
No, have you won this game?
Oh yeah, this is a win. I mean, they don't have a smite.
When did Scarf do this? Holy shit.
And we do end up getting 4 kills in bot lane.
Yeah, but you're not getting the advantage. Like you're below in CS against the Twitch channel lane as a Caitlyn Braum. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
Either
can't
Caitlyn is
control her CS.
well, you can control her because you didn't help her in lane. She had to literally 1v2. She had to CS. She had to finesse alone. She had to do everything alone because they don't help her in any way. You don't reset the wave. You don't help reset the wave. You don't help fast push the wave. You don't help do anything. You were basically pointless this lane. I'm not joking. Caitlyn was 1v2. If she got mad at you, she had a reason for it. What are you doing? What? Look at the wave. Why do you leave the wave like this? What? Let me get my pen. What are you, fucker? What are you doing? Just look at this. Like, why? Why do you keep the wave here? Push it in. Why did you recall so fast? What were you worried about? That you don't get in time? No, push it to the max. You see your wave here. The enemy wave is symmetrical. It'll be so how your wave is here, the enemy wave is here. You can calculate distance to a turret. It's exactly the same. So you know where the enemy wave is, and you can know when your wave crashes. You can look at this. If you were to go from this standpoint, you would see the enemy wave is here, your wave is here, yeah? Because you realize where it is. It takes 30 seconds. No, for mid lane it takes 35 seconds or more for the wave to go fully to the turret. This is necessary. Just make a line, put the median of it in the half. That's where the wave will land normally. A bit more to the right here. That's where the wave will crash into each other. Yeah, there. Then those minions die. But there's a certain line. Fuck Discord. What is wrong with it? I keep fucking up.
I didn't recognize that it was going to do that. I actually thought it was going to get into the tower range, which it didn't.
Okay. So we have to know that. And
Okay.
you just give them freeze. It makes matter worse.
Overall, it sounds like my laning really fucking sucks.
Oh my god, it just blows completely. I don't know how you won this game. Actually, I know. What am I worrying about? You have the bind, didn't you?
Okay. Here in a minute, like, I like to say I did something pretty good here in a minute.
I mean, I would focus on macro play more with you, but I think focusing on laning phase from this POV is much better. At the very least for now. Because your lane phase is absolutely terrible, you don't understand the matchups. And Vine non-resistance, so this is not good for me to have you think about macro play. Why don't you care about it once? They make a hard push in, because now they can. Okay, that's a good freeze. That's good, how you're walking up. Okay. You can now go back a bit, wait for a Twitch to come up to CS or to harass. Just like that. But they don't come up. What are they doing? Why are they playing so scared? What is that E? God help me out. What is happening here? Okay. Actually get a kill with the card salty. God fucking bless for the global. God bless.
That E was pretty horrible, but I jumped on them and tried to engage.
Yeah, but your wall was not very good. And I don't know, the timing at which you jumped was not good. Okay, so what you're doing here is you're going to get the fusion. Okay, which you could have done earlier as well, because he always pushed him into a turret. And as a Braum, you don't do much into a turret. Why do you... What do you... Why do you... What?
This is when I noticed she didn't have smite. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm trying to take this. I shouldn't have done this. I know I shouldn't have done this. And after I did it, I was like, why am I wasting my time? This was just stupid, and I should have helped Caitlyn. I 100% agree that you're kind of it all right here.
Now we're going for Drake alone. You see where Graves is? Graves is here. He stops it. You know where Jax is? Jax is here. He has no TP, you can see that. You see where Curtis is? Curtis is here. You see where Caitlyn is? Caitlyn is ways. And only you and Curtis can get this Drake. Now that you see it, why are you still standing? You have no help whatsoever. There's no one in your vicinity to come help you out. You see the Yasuo doing the dragon, you leave it be. Because your team doesn't understand that you can take drakes and you can force 5/5s there. It doesn't mean that you need to force it alone. Because you can't do shit alone. I mean, here you didn't die, but you had to blow flash. And normally you should have been dead, but... And now you're also very low. And it's not ideal, is it? Okay, you got a plant. That's good.
I think right there I was just trying to scare him off of it, which I did have to blow my flash for it.
Where,
Not a great thing.
Can you actually scare him off as a Braum?
I mean, I did scare him off, but probably no.
You're
It
level
probably wasn't a
6.
smart idea.
Yeah, so with 9, can you scare him off?
No.
That's perfect. Well, I understand. Okay, this is gonna work
Right
somehow.
here, I know they don't have flash,
Okay.
but
Do you know why it was a mistake to go into them and go for a kill?
no,
Okay.
I don't. I do know that I tried to make sure Pantheon didn't get the assist after we engaged and all that shit.
If I could only get to F once in a while. Perfect. Okay.
I don't even know where Pantheon was here.
Exactly. You don't know where Pantheon is. Well, you know where Graves is. You know where Jax is. You know where Curtis is. You know your 2 people in the bot lane, that's it. Do you know where Pantheon is? His cert is down. Jax doesn't seem like he's hard pushing enough for him to get to this in the next 1 minute and something. So for 1 minute and 20 seconds or something, Pantheon might not show up topside. You don't know where Vi is. You know Vi eventually hit 6 after some time. You know only where Yasuo is. And you should be afraid of the Pantheon ganks. And seeing as you don't know where the Pantheon is, you can't force anything here. You can just harass them, not force hard engage. Also auto twitch faster. Instead of autoing Janna twice. If you Q Janna, okay, but auto twitch. You don't wait, you don't need to double back. Now that you see the Pantheon, you kinda have to go with the Caitlyn and just go with her. Because if you use the passive on Pantheon and he doesn't die fast enough, and Caitlyn doesn't die fast enough, because she even uses flash, so she had flash up. So you can slow him down a bit or just try to use passive on him. And maybe Caitlyn hits him and oh, he doesn't. Okay, he crit, fuck that. So we just comboed her from 100. It's unfortunate. But again, you couldn't be here because you had no team to help you out if you're engaged. If you're committing to a fight, don't all in. You don't have the team to help you out with that. So you're just gonna die.
So that whole engage was just bad because I didn't know where Pantheon
Yeah,
was.
you had no track of the enemy top laner, which is Pantheon, so you can set up a gank on your lane. Your Graves is not here to cover you. Curtis cannot roam, so he can only assist it with an ult. But doesn't matter if Pantheon just drops from a Caitlyn. No. So now they do Drake, which is your objective, so you're not playing to your win condition. You got Herald, so you're going for turrets, which is not your win condition without Caitlyn. Because you want to get a tier 1s, but you want to do it with Caitlyn after you get tier 1 bot. Because that's where it should first go. You should go the TP bot, so they already initiate a lane swap. The good thing for you is that both tier 1s in top bottom mid are very low, so you can actually get them and open at the back faster. Okay, it's what are you doing here? Killing combs. He needs to auto attack so he can shove. What's going on? Let's see. Let's speed it up a bit because it's a bit boring right now. Okay. So this is weird. Okay. So this is all your vision that you have on a map right now. You know, Curtis's bot is waiting there. He'll probably go for the wave. You see where Twitch is. You see where Janna is. You see where what's the other guy? Pantheon is. You don't know where Vi is. You don't know where Yasuo is. So maybe they're bot to respond to Curtis, or whoever's third. Maybe they're top to respond to the Jax. Anything can happen. Right now, Vi is doing her camps, and Yasuo is actually base. So that's just one thing that happens. But you don't see them, so you need to be wary of them, because you're 2 people in the mid lane only. Especially since Pantheon was there. And he didn't waste flash, killing has a flash, so he can just flash W.
Twitch walked through that pink ward, by the way, and we pinged the fuck out of Carthage.
This Braum's gonna get a kill? Oh, he's gonna die. Oh.
100% he dies. He didn't listen.
Oh, you get the kills. Nice. Then move on. You can actually shove bot and go mid then. That's one thing you can do. And you need to ward their jungle. You open up the map. You need to start warding their jungle. You need to start warding here, here, here. To actually get kills on them. To actually get track of them. Actually go into this jungle. Because you can let Jack stop for now. Into the Pantheon. Because he actually won. So the 1-4 is actually decent for you now. Because you win he wins the 1v1s. The problem is if they actually force a 1-1-3, but since Pantheon is the one to respond to the Jax and not the Yasuo, the 1-4 can win you the game. So 1-4 becomes a win condition if they don't know how to hold lane assignments, and since they don't know, that means that you can win via 1-4, via how the game has gone up until now. So I forgot to talk about the start again, but yeah. I just don't expect stuff to happen like this, because it's just random stuff. Now we're going way too deep, you don't need to do that, you're gonna die. Okay, he dies, and you're all gonna die. No, yeah, okay. You managed to escape. You son of a bitch.
I dipped the fuck out of that.
What are you doing now? You don't need to be here anymore. What are you doing? What are you doing alone in the jungle? What do you want? It's like you just escaped from fucking cannibals. From the jungle. And then you go back to the jungle because you forgot a fucking backpack there. That's legitimately what you're doing. So like it's like your whole team of scouts were eaten by fucking cannibals in the jungle where you're going to, like, I don't know, explore something like that. You get out somehow. Yeah, you manage to actually fucking run away somehow. They ignore you. They don't like your meat or something, and then you fucking go back in after your backpack. Like, I mean, Raptors are up. Krugs may be up as well. I mean, Vi can just be there and she can murder you.
We just got Krugs, but yeah, Raptors were up.
Yeah, I mean, Krugs are not up. I can't see them though now. What else? Look at where Aso is. He can collapse on you. Just.
I denied the blast cone.
If they have a ward there, if they have a vision, they just fought. I mean, they just fucking fought in this area. You fought in this area. You went this side, and someone else went this side. So they should have vision normally on this whole side. You just went here just like that. Just like, hey guys, what's up? What are you doing? It's just like, what? You understand why I'm so harsh about you?
Yeah, I mean, no, I understand.
It's illogical completely.
When you're pointing, I thought this was a decent game, but you're pointing all these mistakes out, and I'm like, yeah, this is why I'm gold. Oh, fuck.
How to choose? Okay.
Twitch runs away from me here, by the way. I don't know. I'm a couple seconds behind you, but I went to go cover bot lane, and Twitch just ran away from me. I figured he was just gonna keep pushing me.
I mean, he doesn't know probably where Kayla is. Did you recall earlier? Is he that dumb or where's Caitlyn? Oh, Caitlyn is dead.
She
Okay.
just died.
No, she
so,
died. Wait,
yeah.
what? No, he should push you. I mean, he has Graves is dead. I mean, Jack's STP. Maybe that's the only reason.
I was really wondering why he didn't just keep pressuring.
Because maybe you had a ward in this place, and Jax could TP and catch him.
Okay.
That's one reason why he could have run out. Okay, get your stuff. Get up your Kanjana. Nice job. Where are your fucking pinks? Huh? Where's your
pings?
Where are pinks? Pink wards.
Oh, pink wards. I don't have one currently here.
Why do you have 2 biscuits?
We have that one right there.
Why do you have 2 biscuits but no pink ward?
I didn't buy a pink ward when I backed. And those are my 2 biscuits from lane.
Why don't you
I'm
sell?
95% sure those are my 2 biscuits.
Why don't you sell the biscuits and get a pink ward?
Pink ward is more valuable than biscuits.
Even mid laners should take, and top, even soul laners should take pink wards over potions or biscuits. Potions, after like team fights start, they're starting to be a bit irrelevant. And it's always better to have more vision because you avoid a fight in which you'd have to use the potions. And you would need a pink in this situation. Since you want to move pinks around as a support, you want to control the vision as efficient as possible. You put a pink, like let's go for it. You put a pink here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You clear this side. You clear this side. You clear this side. You have this line of vision. You go into your jungle. You put a pink here. You clear this side. You kill this side. You clear this side. You advance. You go to the next line of vision. You put a pink here. You clear this side. You soup here. You clear this line. And you advance. So on and so forth. You can do that constantly if you don't have vision. Because you don't just go blindly like this. Oh, hey guys, I'm going to put a pink here. And you just get past the sword. And maybe they put a sword here as well. And maybe they had one here. You understand?
This is a bit advanced on the vision, but I think I do understand. You like saying advance the vision line forward by one stopping and making sure that nothing's here and moving it forward.
Because you want to clear the vision with pink words. You don't want to have it. Pink words are used to clear vision. Stealth words are used to hold vision.
Okay.
Okay. With pink words, you want to clear everything around it. Because otherwise they're pointless.
I do end up buying a lot of pink wards this game.
Yeah, so I can
eventually
see. It's 20 minutes in and you have one place probably.
Yeah. Well, my one was in that that bush by red, and it got cleared.
Yeah, Renau Grizz is just going top for a free kill again. No, just go there. Okay. And you try to stitch mid, but you cannot do it. What do you do? Are these your pink? Your words? No, it's Grave. Okay. What about this word?
So we just got the Drake, and so I was transferring my vision to top lane for Nash.
This word's the Skatelens.
None of the top words are mine currently.
Wait, here? Why do you have a pink here? Or why do you have a ward here? What for?
Hold on, I'm waiting to see where you're pointing at.
What's it gonna do? Just if you place a ward here, what's it gonna help you?
The one in pit?
Yeah.
I was more worried as if we got pushed off on it, but yeah, I probably should.
You have Skull Crab. It's half HP. That means it remains there for 30 more seconds. It's 2042. You'll have vision up until 21:12. That's up until when Skull Crab will give you vision here. You can place the word here.
Push vision up further.
Look at this word here. You said you go top side, clear vision for Nash. You should go here. Check this push. Check this push. Go here. Check the pit forwards. Go here. Check this part forwards. Go here. Check this part forwards. Ultimately, from here, you can actually go here and ward this side. So you can actually ward this part. So if you put a ward here, you see this part. You can put a ward here, and you see this part. Especially you can put a word here and you see this part. Like I think you understand what I mean. And these are
I do
divisions that you can
understand.
place out. But you don't play. That's where your stealth word is placed. But you don't place your stealth word in the fucking Nasher pit, because it's not gonna give you vision over anything. You have this skull crab. Hold on a line of vision here, or just push it more forward. Put it like this. Hold this line of vision here, because they need to get through this line of vision to get their Nasher. And you have more info on them, because if they wait here for a trap, you won't be able to know that in this position with this word. If you put the words, however, efficiently, and you put the line that I told you, you'll be able to see if they trap here at this position, a T1, or maybe, I don't know, trap here and use the blast cone to trap you here and then go over and catch someone off, because they still have a pick hump and stuff like that. You understand me? With the word here,
Yeah.
your line of vision is, I don't even know, like, it's this, legitimately, and that's it. Because the word doesn't help
So,
you.
should I have refreshed the wards that we had? Because we already have an extended line of vision. Should I have just refreshed a ward and try and
Well, I mean,
refresh
first
the
of all,
ward by blue?
this ping should be down. You should have a word here, so you can place one here, because the word here is very inefficient. I think this is from you, right?
Mine are
No,
right
that's
at
for
this
Caitlin.
most.
That's for Caitlin. So you go, you take this big word out, you put one word here, one normal word. You go, you check this stuff out, you check the bush, you check the Nasher pit for any words, stuff like that. You use your sleeper for that. You place one word here, because this one will expire in about 1 minute and a few. You can place one word here. You go, you clear the blast cone. You go into the jungle, you clear the blast cone of they have. You come here, you clear whatever cones they have. You get all the honey fruits that are here, because you don't need them. Or actually, no, leave the honey fruits. That's my mistake. Clear the blast cones and the sweeping cones that you have.
So just deny everything near
Yeah.
near Nash.
Deny division. Set up an advanced line of vision. Try to pick them off if someone wants to come and ward alone. And stick up, dance around Nasher until they're forced to respond to waves, which have the jacks to push. So you can just then do Nasher and get the advantage, because they're not teamfighting you into a Cardis at Nasher pit. Because they need to enter a zone that's really, really small. Like Nasher pit, like if they fight here, Cardis destroys them. 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 So on and so on.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that pink ward got left. That's definitely my bad. That pink ward should be gone, 100%. I'm bad, Ripsy.
I know. Oh, what the fuck is that drop line?
Oh, I just saw what you're talking about. Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm not Caleb, man. I'm Braum.
Gave away the trip. Why did you do that? Okay, why are you bot side? Dragon is not up. You want to contest to red? Why are you doing into people only? You have no vision here, so why would you come here?
This is probably I don't know. I wanted vision down there, and I ended up
Why? You don't need vision
getting
there.
Graves killed.
Give up the red to Nasher. Go get vision in Nasher and get Nasher if they actually do bad stuff like they did now. To focus 3 people and almost 4 onto a simple red buff. Plus you cannot invade like that unless you're 500 unit, because they have a
They have the pick priority.
big competition, yeah. There's not a pick priority. It's lane priority.
Pick composition. That's what I meant. But yeah, which they gotta pick off on our Graves.
You're very static here. You don't need to be where Jana is. You need to be, I think, where Jax was, so you can help him with the dive. I think he would have survived there with you, but at least you come at the right time and you manage to get a kill on Vi. And your ult is fucking wasted. Then you go out. You have a pink. You have no line of vision. Nothing. You don't have a ward here. You don't have a ward here. They have a ward here. You don't have anything here to see. You don't have anything here to see. They can just enter his side and run into you, and they will just massively destroy you. Just absolutely fucking obliterate you from the side with Twitch. If Twitch flanks from this side, right here, and he stays here, and someone goes in and distracts you for enough, Twitch just destroys you and Asher Pit there. Because Card is liquid Card is.
I mean, even there though, we do see a 2v2. It would be a 2v4 unless Yasuo TPs. But I definitely see what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. Like Twitch shouldn't be there anyway. But and Yasuo just randomly engages. That's yeah. That just happens. But he still gets a kill. In a 4v1, he gets a kill, and you're forced off Nasher. Because you don't have the vision to spot him out. Or spot the enemy out. Because if Twitch came there, you'd be fucking dead. Or, I mean, he didn't have his ult, but you'd still be having more casualties than just one. So right now we went bot side with Caitlyn. There's no reason to go there. Your only objective is Nasher. Go there at the Nasher pit. You don't need to help her there, because Twitch is not going to be there to get her. You don't need to work deep in the bot side. Even if it's an Infernal, trade it. Or actually, I mean, you can just take it straight up. But since you have the Caitlyn Cardis, you can just end the Jax split push. Nasher is much more better for you. Because their team fighting is already shit. That even if they get Infernal, it's not going to help much. I mean, it's okay if you could test it as well, but if I were them, I would just take Nasher and go on with it. Just get the game a bit later, get into his killing, because that's the only way they're going to win now. Because they don't know what else they're doing. Like, Kaelin actually gets the fucking dragon. And he managed to win the team fight somehow. But it's 3 for 2, 3 for 1, 3 for 2 actually. Is it that good when you actually have the superior 5-5? Hmm?
Definitely not good. No, I'm listening to you.
Okay. So just get up there, getting 1 tier, 2 tier 2 thirds. So that's good. No need to recall. You have two wards up. Place the fucking wards. Just place them. Please. Place it. Yes! That's one. No! Not in Nasher Pit. God damn it. Now you're dead.
I mean, if we're backing, is placing them in Nasher not a good idea?
I mean, not even. Because you know they're going to be there regardless. And you can actually put a pink here. Which is hard and obnoxious to get. So, behind the Baron. And if they go to clear that ping, then you know you have to rush for it. And already your Jax is on the way, Gatling is on the way, Karthus is on the way. Graves already here. So there's not really a need for one more there, because they're not going to stealthily do it. Because they have no smite anyway, so it's not like it helps. Because if they do Nasher and Graves just steals it, it's suicidal. You understand me?
Yes.
I mean, these are just random fights occurring because you're not here. Yeah, okay. You put a pink there, that's one pink, that's good. Get your souping trinket. Actually, yeah, you go place one word. Nice. Get the line. Now, you should go, you soup here, you go top side, you see if something is an ash pit, because they have to put one there, because they're the one that are behind. You try to see if there's anything here, you set any words, in case it's necessary, you play this one here, or maybe put one there. But you try to sweep all this area out with your super trinket. So you don't leave anything out. You want them to be literally blind. You put a blindfold to them. That's what you do. I mean, look at her. She just goes in and works. Like, is she dumb? Gilly clears it. You don't have to worry about it. You go in. You see the blue buff spawned. You place that one. See? You know what you're doing. What took you so long to do it? You created a line of vision. What is this so wrong for you to do it from the first go? From the get-go. God damn it, my English.
I mean, I'd like to say that I was thinking that those other wards are going to last longer, but I knew they weren't. Like when we were first on Baron Pit, the one that was in Tribush and the one that was by Blue, that weren't mine, and I go put a ward in Baron, but fuck, man. Whew.
League is legit like a game of chess. You need to think steps ahead of what's going to happen, what you're going to do. I didn't talk to you the timings of the lane. So one thing I just go over, because I knew you were just absolutely terrible in the lane phase, is timings of the lane. When you can lane, which wave you can, which minion you get level 2, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. There's timings that you have the level 2 advantage. The timing that you get level 3 advantage, because Shanna level 3 is very bad unless she puts 2 points into E. At which point you realize that if she puts a shield, you look at the shield value and you see how many autos that say Caitlyn to break it, or how much damage the shield has taken. You have level 5 as a power spike, I think. You have what else? My matchup is very bad right now. Knowledge. I'm having a lapsus. Then again, there are more timings that they're on lane different buys. Like when Caitlyn recalls, she has BF Sword, which maybe goes for Bork, maybe goes for Infinity Edge. Who knows? You see what he gets. If Twitch gets BF Sword, Caitlyn has an advantage. If Twitch goes Vampire Acceptor, you cannot harass them as efficiently, so you will need to actually get a turret fast. So stuff like that. You understand me?
Yeah, those are really micro things that I don't know if I want to get into because I feel like I have
Also
a
clear
lot
the
more
sword.
fundamentals.
He used this thingy here, and he saw the sword clear it because that's a word for Yasuo to TP after he split pushes. So you guys are waiting to enter the fight. Now you need to go here. You go directly in Nash. You ask for help from someone. What are you doing, motherfucker? What are you doing, bot? You don't need vision, bot. What are you doing? Your team fight started. Oh my god. No, why are you pushing mid? There's nothing mid. Put Jackson bot side. Actually, Jackson has no TP. This is dumb. You have to stall for Jackson. You fight 44. Of course, you fucking win. Oh, of course, you win a 4v5 fight without Cardus ulti, because that's how it is. You get Inferno. You still don't have Nasher 33 minutes in. This is. Okay, you place one there. The ward there. You have your super, you see it. That dies anyway. Go into top side, watch if there are any wards there. Don't just waste your sweeper for one location. Okay, they get Graves, they do Nash. You just engage on them. Yeah, that's it, go in. He needs to respect you. Caitlyn dies, that sucks. He dies, that sucks. Kada seizes a random ulti. But all this actually allows your Jax to catch up in time with the TP, so you can go split push. What the fuck are you guys? Ah, what are you guys doing? This is terrible to watch. You're losing. You're almost like losing team fight, like losing pressure into an ignite fight. Nice.
This is low gold, man.
Oh god, dude, I'm sorry for you, but you deserve to be here.
I do. I know I do. I want to get better.
Okay. I mean, your build path at least good, so that. And as I say that, you actually get redemption.
Yeah, I found out about the whole redemption thing after this. It's really bad on Braum. Yeah.
Oh. Alright, second.
I came out of this game thinking that was a really fun pressure game where they had a lot of pressure, we had a lot of pressure. Vision was contested, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's so much more I could do. When you're pointing all these things out, I'm just like, holy fuck.
You can put up the line of vision even deeper, but you want to. At least you get the Drake, and then you should finish the fight and win it. Right. Force mid. Walk up with the shield. No, they actually engage you. They gave you the free engage. Why not? Oh, did it actually win? No. Obviously not. They can't do that. What was I thinking? And then you went. Oh, Griffiths is bottom, of course.
I think this is the push
Yeah.
to win. Yeah, this is the push to win.
Holy shit. Okay,
Oh,
so
I'm scared for the Warwick game now, man.
I don't think there's a point to watch your VOD anyway right now, because I know how you played lane and I know what you were thinking already. So I can already tell what's bad.
I got you. I got you. Holy fuck.
I don't even know if I want to go for the Warwick game.
Let's just say it starts with a really bad minion crash dive at 4 minutes.
What? Do you die in a dive at 4 minutes as well?
I mean, I kill him, but I tank too many tower shots, and I didn't have my Q up in time to get a heal off, and I died to minions as I'm running away from the it's bad.
Okay, before that, Tell me a few things
Okay.
like what have you understood from this game, or if you have any questions regarding this game, things that you want me to look at again.
Okay, things that I learned from that little session right there. I need to be looking a lot more into the lane matchups and my win condition. I need to understand who is going to win what just because of their champions. I need to understand how to get better at the actual laning phase. My laning phase is atrocious. I'm not really doing anything for my ADC, like you said, pretty much that entire time. I thought it was great that we got those 4 kills, but it still doesn't lead into anything but shutdown goal. I need to work on improving my line of vision on contested objectives and not just not going to ward after my whole team dies.
Mm-hmm. No, and I go just randomly inside. Warding is a team effort. You do it as a team. You don't do it alone. If you do it alone, you're gonna get picked off, especially into a fucking peak position. Like that's one thing you need to know. Also, win conditions are kind of more broader than just team fight. Team fight is usually the way to win 5-5s in gold. That's why drafting team fight composition in gold is very good because you just win based on team fights because nobody knows how to hand the game fast. But for example, there are multiple ways to win games of 1-4s, which is split push, 1-3-1s, 1-3s, or 3-1-1s. Pick compositions, which allow you to be ahead, to just get vision to enemy jungle, to pick people off multiple, to just get objectives because you have the advantage of just your numbers, stuff like that. So there are multiple win conditions that are in the game, and you need to actually learn which win conditions there are in the game, and to learn to what win condition you actually play. So you'll do that by watching more advanced stuff like LCS or Hydro.
Okay.
That's how I recommend at least.
I need to put a lot more time into learning these win conditions in my laning phase. I think this is why I started to win more, switching from laning to jungle, from ADC top main to a jungle support main, because my laning is garbage.
Let me see if there's like a YouTube where you can see replays from solo queue. LoL Korean Pro replays. This sounds like a good part.
I mean, I will say I follow LCS religiously, and I do. I'm not going to say I as religiously follow LCS as I do LCK, but I watch LCK quite a lot too.
Oh,
I don't really pay attention to EU LCS. I'm sorry.
doesn't matter. You also have trash anyway.
Hey,
You can watch
I
only
watch
LCK.
only watch LCK. All right.
Only watch LCK or LPL. It's our meta, and LPL is good at that.
I like
always.
LPL.
LPL is
BBQ
oh,
though, man.
Dispatch BBQ. Oh, I feel bad for F8.
BBQ. Woo.
I actually feel bad for F8 because Marang and Septid are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's a shame for them, man. To actually just lose games. But I'm happy for the other teams.
How the fuck am I winning 60% of my games then right now with all those mistakes I was making?
The other players are way worse than you.
Yeah, I guess everybody's at the same
level. No. I'll mute this. Fuck this. It keeps popping up. The other players are legitimately just that bad.
Like, I thought I'd been doing decently. I mean, I totally understand. You're coming from the perspective of Challenger Plus. Really
I'm not
great.
Challenger. Never was Challenger. You want to know something? I never was even Masters on either server, on UNE nor on US. I never got Master Tier. I almost got Master Tier on UNE, but I moved to US then because I'm on one there, and that's where I stopped.
Coaching teams and whatnot comes down to the same knowledge as getting up there.
Well,
not
necessarily.
Right,
I have a lot of macro knowledge from watching high-level games, which is mostly LCS, LCK, stuff like that, tournaments. And I also watch streams a lot, so I watch how the solo queue happens in every region. So hypothetically, if I were to constantly play, I would be able to get masters on EUD 100% in like 2 weeks or lesser. If I play religiously, I might be able to get masters in 1 month on the US. If I play religiously, 1 month. I don't think I can ever get to Challenger at my current form. And
regardless, you're still coming from a much higher tier than I am,
yeah.
And looking at what I'm doing, and I'm thinking I'm doing all right, and you're like, no, you're doing shit, and I'm like, yeah, this is why. These are the reasons why. Yeah. This is what I needed.
I gave you a link to some jungle games. Ignore the Calcep or anyone who is not a pro player. There's also a support playlist. You can also go for that. Ignore everyone that is not in his main role and is not a pro player.
Okay.
That's where you watch VODs. You watch how they play the lane, you watch how they play the jungle, you got stuff like that.
This is kind of what I do when I'm done with my sessions. I usually go and watch LCS and LCK, and then I just kind of dick around on the internet.
You don't gain as much knowledge from it because the idea between watching high level streams or not educative streams in LCK and LCS is that you need to have good self learning process, like a process of self learning that's really good and solidified. Otherwise, you won't be able to take in as much.
Yeah, definitely understand. I can definitely see. I watch a lot of the games just to watch them, and I'm not sitting there analyzing why they're doing these things.
Yeah, you can start analyzing, but it'll require you a bit more to do. So we need to go over this as fast because I have another session coming up in about half an hour. So
okay, yeah, let's make this one quick. Yeah, this one's horrible. This one's exceptionally bad.
I hope I'm not gonna try on my inside. If it's that bad, we're just gonna go over the mistakes that are most important and.
Okay, it's pretty bad.
Let's hope I opened the right one.
Like I said,
No, I didn't open the right one. No, I didn't. Of course. It's the other way around.
I'll just say Garen got extremely fat and went full damage. And I started the snowball.
You lost to Garen?
I started the snowball.
Holy shit, what are you going to do? I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. Let's see. We're gonna have to go to that stuff again with win conditions, stuff like that, so you get used to actually doing it over and over and over and over and over again.
Well, like I said, I'd like to keep this going probably for a while, so
Okay.
if you're around, I'm around.
Well, let me go up. Let's see what's wrong with. Oh, my ski creative. No, yeah, like this. Okay.
I didn't think that this was going to be as hard of a game as it was, just because like I was looking at the matchups and I'm like, all right, I have to get Kale snowballing. Me into a Mumu, I do pretty well as Warwick. Zed into Yasuo is a 50-50 skill matchup. And then bot lane, we have a pretty good engage with Morgana Q as long as she lands it versus Galio. All he has is the taunt and the what's it called?
So we'll go over again. What do you think are the matchups? And we're going to go into win conditions next.
That's kind of what I.
How do the matchups go from your point of view?
How it goes from my point of view is Kale's going to harass Garen down a lot, and she should win that matchup. But I wanted to go there to go help her snowball. Warwick into a Mumu. Warwick wins that because even if a Mumu gets on him, that's exactly what Warwick wants. Like I said, the Zed and the Yasuo matchup, I kind of just see that as a skill matchup. Like it's 50-50. I don't really know if this is my opinion. I don't know if Zed beats Yasuo. In bot lane, I 100% think that our lane wins that because, like, yeah, Ezreal can poke, but Galio doesn't really offer too much.
Okay, so first of all, your bot lane loses level 1, 2, 3, and I think up until 6 or up until a better recall of Vayne. You have Vayne and Morgana. Morgana really weak as a support early on. Vayne really weak as a support early on. Ezreal very weak as a champion overall, but has stronger early game than Vayne. Galio also has stronger early game than Morgana because he can taunt 2 people and Morgana can only shield 1. If he shields Vayne, then Ezreal can shift focus to Morgana and she might be getting the bad part of the trade.
Okay.
So your bot lane is the one that loses early game. Your mid lane is the one that wins early game via the inherent matchup. You just stomp on a Mumu, just a Mumu doesn't do jack shit into you. You control every part of the early game. Kill wins into Garen early game as well. So you don't. So you play to your advantageous side, which is that side of the map. Mumu doesn't play into any side because you can focus. You can make him just fall behind a lot and not too much in the early game because that's just how the matchup works. So their stronger side is their bot lane. Your stronger side is top side. You don't play to your weak laners, even if you try to snowball the Vayne. There's a hard gang that you pull off on Ezreal with Warwick, so you can just play on the top side of the map. Ignore bot side, just play on top side. that's one thing that you can go, and you actually try to get your Zed ahead or your Kyle ahead. The problem is that Kyle, even if he gets ahead, then that means that Karen can build tank items, and Kill might not be able to kill him. But normally Kel can just harass him and force him off the wave, or hard push him into the turret, and then you can invade with a Moo his substate jungle. That's one thing that you can do. Since Kel pushes the lane very fast, you can start Raptors. You can go red. Actually, no, you can't do that. Fuck your Auric. What am I thinking? You can start red. You can go Wolves, Grump Blue, and then invade a Mumu. Or you can do that very faster at red, Wolf, Blue, and then just invade a Mumu straight up. And if Kale manages to push, and she should be able to, by the 3-minute mark, push Garen into the wave here, then you ask her to come, and you come here, and you go for a Mumu. Because the Mumu will be starting Raptors when he'll fall low on red, because he has no single target damage. So that forced him to actually start blue mostly, and then wolves, because Yasuo just cannot unleash Raptors either, and no one can do the red for him very fast. So he loses a lot of mana, and he will not be able to clear the rest of the jungle. So overall, Moon might start blue buff, and then he might go Gromp, Wolves, red, Raptors, red, Krugs, because he just can do the whole clear, because he's pretty pointless. Whereas you start red, Wolves, eat blue, move into his jungle, contest his camps, which way you can, get everything that you can, because you're stronger early on. Ask Kill to come for you, 2v1 them, and we'll kill him, steal his camps. Recall, you'll have Grump up, you'll have Krugs up, you'll have Raptors up. You probably get Tiamat or close to it because it's how much gold is it? It's 1.2k, 1.2k, and it's 1050 gold.
Yeah, 1050.
Yeah, 1050. So 1050 gold. You clearing 3 camps, invading, and 0 more camps. Let's say you get 5 camps, you get up to 700 something. 5 camps at a kill, and 5 camps you go at 1000 and something. So that allows you to get Tiamat after that if you get a first one on a Mumu. So you can think of it like that as well. So after you get Tiamat, you can eat Raptors. You can look mid. You can, if nothing happens, you can go clear skull for your bot side to provide vision for them. You can ward for them if you go trackers. Actually, you don't go trackers. What am I saying? You go skull to get vision for them. You may place a ward into Amumu's jungle and Gromp, because you know he started blue. So Gromp is the next camp that will probably spawn up soon, or wolves. And depending on if you see Gromp up, you ward either the wolves or the Gromp. Then you move out. You take the camp if you can, but you mostly will not be able to since Yasuo can come faster and bot lane will have lane priority. Because Galio pushes even harder than Morgana. So ideally, you want to go ward, get back, eat Krugs, or either eat Krugs or go back to your wolves because they will respawn. Eat wolves, eat Gromp, look topside. I set up a dive with Gale who might be level 6 by then, and that's pretty much how we do it. So we normally look for level 6 dives on top lane as Gale into Garen after he harasses him. You look for invades into Amumu's jungle with Gale, or you look into Yasuo trying to play the side at level 6 with Ignite.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Inherently, your mid should
I did not abuse a Mumu whatsoever, which I definitely.
That's wonderful. That's perfect. What I like to hear. Oh my god.
Fucking A.
So you do start red at the very least, right?
Yeah, I do red wolves, blue. Notice a crash in top and go for a dive.
Oh my god. No, you don't go for a dive. You abuse the fact that she crashed the wave, and you go with your Kyle. I mean, just how low Garen will stop saying that you actually went for a dive. Okay, you do that. He starts blue, just like I. And then he goes Gromp in full clear. I wonder what I said earlier. It's not like even you can actually read how the players are going to play at the silo.
Yeah, right.
Okay, then eat blue. By the time you actually will finish blue, he'll be probably at around the Raptor site. You clear blue. Okay, Garen is very low. A dive is something that you can do, but let me see how you play this this thing, because that's what matters. So you know Moon won't be here because you full players. How do you play it? Oh my god, no, you don't play like that. Flush out! Flush out! Oh. Okay, let's go over it bit by bit. Right, let's.
I didn't think I was gonna need flash.
So first of all, you only have 1 minion that's gonna be here, which is this one. If it dies, and you all die now, you'll get tower shots. So you go this way. You cut off Garen if you want to dive. Kel pushes the wave will push, you then initiate the dive with you tanking first, flashing out and tanking if necessary, and Kel finishes off. So, what you do is, you being here, and the wave crashing into, you go in, you Q him, or you auto him, you fear him, Kel finishes him off, you stay out at the outskirts of the turret, around here, just staying, not attacking Garen, if he runs to this side. You stay here, auto as much, get tower shots as much as you can, let Kel finish him, you go out, you go back in, you clear the next wave that comes. You go back. You actually can't clear it. You help her clear it. So actually no, because Garen has to be. Never mind. You just go back. Let the waves crash again. Recall. You'll have the first blood gold, but not enough. So we get double longsword. You go back and then you do the path according again. So that's how you play that if you want to play it.
Okay.
You don't do it like this. You see, the minion died. At this point, you get aggro, but you didn't hit Garen once. So you didn't hit Garen, and you get the aggro. That's really bad. Now you just go out. You don't need... Yeah, you just flash out. You don't go to it. Flash out at this point, and you will get only one tower shot. I mean, you only get one tower shot, but I guess this comes to you. I mean, it's unlucky. That's why you got one tower shot because you didn't wait for the minion to die. That's your mistake.
So I messed up the crash dive really hard.
Yeah. You wait for the wave to crash in, and then you can run. So you get aggro only when you get there. So right now, we're gonna speed this up again. What are you gonna do now? So I told you need to play topside. You go for Krugs. Your buy is good, so there's no problem with that. If you're into a boomer, you don't want to clear. You don't want to full clear the Krugs. You just clear a bit of them.
What's
and
that?
Dying there is just stupid. Kill overstate, so it's not your fault that she died. You cleared you just cleared the big one and the medium one, and then you leave it be.
Oh, you leave the
you
little
don't
ones?
Yeah, you don't want to lose time to Mumu because you need to counter jungle him and you need to set up counter jungle things.
Okay.
Also, Raptors are really bad for you to do because you see how you go.
No TM.
No, you don't do stuff. You don't do jack shit. You can't do anything. Try to go on mid, but you have mana, so you don't have any mana management whatsoever, which is a problem. You see, clear wolves, and then you're gonna go home and you need to recall. You actually clear because you have smite. You smite it so you can get the W passive on it, so you clear it faster. By the way. Oh, you don't want to smite. Oh, you actually get the one. You go top for a counter gank. How does it work? He dies, you die, and Garen is getting fed because you counter ganked without having any mana whatsoever. And now Kel is majorly fucked because Garen is going fucked mentality. And he will toast his ass off. You go Krugs, you clear it fully again. Now we're behind, it's fine to do. You go red, but you don't counter jungle or try to abuse the Mumu ones. Now you're low mana, low on HP. You go blue, let's say you fix the problem with mana and HP now, blue. You go back top, see Kel, she died. You're too afraid to go into Garen. Why is that? Oh, he has ult. Okay, that's why. But you do have 6, so I think you kill him. If you do it properly. So I don't even know if there's a point to go over this, because you fucked up majorly early game, and now you don't have the early game on Warwick. You can't do
my early game was garbage.
And your pathing is absolutely terrible as well. You just full clear the jungle and see for stuff, which, I mean, Warwick is a farm to 6 jungler, but if you're into Mumu, you need to transform into a jungler that can actually carry game properly or initiate pressure on enemy jungler. Then relieve pressure on your laners, because their laners have to respond to a Mumu. And if they don't respond, then they're dead. So now you don't have any you have Krugs, and you're in a bad position because you can't do stuff. I've explained in the course of like every review that I've done mostly. Camps define where you're gonna go. Raptors define that you will pass towards mid. Grump defines that you pass toward top. Krugs that you pass towards bot lane. The end camp of your clearing. So let's say you have a process of clearing X camps. If your last camp is Raptors, you will pass to mid. If your last camp is Grump, you'll pass to top. If your last camp is Krugs, you will pass to bot. That is if you are bot side. Having only Grump and Krugs up means that you can only pass the bot and top side, and you only have a 1 camp clear process, which is really, really bad. You want at least a 2 camp clear, or you go for a gang, because if you clear 1 camp and go for a gang, there's almost no point in it, unless you just have no opportunity at that point and you need to wait for it. But at this point in time, when it comes bot, you're very too late. They die, you don't need to go. Oh, actually, they don't die. Oh, you actually get kills. Wait, how did this happen? Oh, I guess it's just something that happened. Oh, actually, she doesn't die, Morgana, and they wait to go just too far ahead, and they just back off way too much. Yeah, I don't know. You managed to get a kill here. That's lucky for you to actually get your bot lane ahead. But now your Vayne actually wins the lane, which has BF to his tier. See? You see the Abumu, you go for him. It's unlucky that you didn't get him, but you get his bump if you want to. You don't go for the dive. What are you doing? You back out. You kill the Krugs. You see Yasuo roaming. So when you saw Yasuo roaming, you don't know where he's gonna go. You can assume he's coming to you to kill the Krugs. So you cannot do it. Okay. Like, look at how much time you've just wasted. You haven't had lane pressure in any lane for I don't know how many long. You just counter gang bot once. And that shouldn't have worked either. So I don't know. Do you want to look at it further? I can go into detail into your early game more, but
yeah, I'm seeing a lot of shit. Yeah, when you're pointing this stuff out, and we're looking at it overall. You're looking at it a lot more than when I tried to review this for myself. Like when I saw that, I just snowballed Garen. I just felt
yeah, you still hear that movement wards. You can assume he's full mana, full HP. You have no mana whatsoever. You cannot contest it. You don't know where Garen is. You know that he might have TP up. You know that he might come towards you. You know Yasuo is pushing you in. He will come first. You actually fight the Amumu because you can hold him off for a bit. And yeah, you just died to Amumu actually. Never mind. And their team collapsing you. Where's Garen? Garen? Hello? Where's Garen? Oh, Garen is... Oh, Garen is just what? I don't mind it. Doesn't want a free blood.
Our Zed and Vayne really wanted to win this game too. We were really trying hard to talk together. Kale, I think she muted it all because she didn't say a word.
I think the only relevant communication league is through pings. You don't need to type anything out. Unless you just can't express it in any way. So right now what you're doing is just literally power farming. You have 93 farm. Your Zed has 100. You just legitimately power farmed a game versus the Amumu.
So I need to abuse the shit out of him.
Yeah, you need to abuse the shit out of any matchups that are favorable for you. Because if you don't abuse, then why do you have the favorable matchup? You might as well just go Sejuani if you want to power farm. Or, I don't know, Shyvana, stuff like that. There's no point in picking Warwick if you're just going to do this. You need to use your early game. At this point, Garen is just way too fed, and you cannot contest it in a 2v2, 3v2, anything.
Yeah, that basically is what happened. Garen just totally walks all over every single team fight. Garen just
murders. It's 60 minutes in, and this is half, so it ends at 30 minutes somehow.
Because it's cold and we can't close games.
I mean,
I don't even think we get a turret until 20.
I mean, look,
maybe
now they can just enter your jungle and try to squish you out there, and you won't be able to farm anymore. And you power farmed early.
But Drake.
I mean, you might steal Drake, but what Drake? And is it really relevant? I mean, look at it. You just gave up one tier 1. I don't know what you were doing to Krugs, but your tier 1 was getting attacked, and you just let it be. Your kill is getting dove top. Amumu is there to follow up before you are, because you're just farming the jungle, the Krugs. Honestly, people don't really farm them as much. I mean, you're lucky that you actually get to go to them. So, you get to actually punish them for that. That's good. But that's mostly lucky. It's also something that you thought out. They could put Herald in mid for no fucking reason. Let's ignore that as well. what do you do now? You go here, you see there's nothing to farm, you recall. Your team is getting massively destroyed in the Vision War. Almost killed. You come mid, you steal more XP from your Zed. That's perfect as well. Okay, get Yasuo. Alright, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. This is already weird as fuck. What are you gonna do now? You go into blue. You're getting your blue. You're getting Braum. And you're just power farming. You're power farming 20 minutes into the game. This is not time to be doing that. I mean, look at Garen. He's just, you can realize that he just got randomly fed. He doesn't know what to do with it either. He just randomly goes anywhere without any vision, without setting up any vision, without knowing where you are, while knowing that you might have to upside up. And the only reason why you're in this game is because you don't know what the fuck to do. You have 148 farm as a fucking Warwick. Like, I'm not gonna say that's bad, but you have so much resources thrown into you right now. You have 8.9k gold. Your Vayne has 7.8. Your Zed has 8.4. Your Kel has 7.1. You're Warwick. You don't want this. You don't want so much gold onto you. You want your laners to have the gold. Because you might be big right now, yeah? But can you actually beat the Garen on one-on-one?
No.
Can you
Not
actually
even close.
get to the Ezreal? Can you actually deal enough damage to Galio? Can you... I mean, you can obviously just destroy the Ezreal. He's an Ezreal. Can you kill a Mumu? No, you can't. Because he has so much armor as well. So you don't do any pressure whatsoever. You cannot kill Ezreal. You cannot kill anyone that's relevant to the game.
Okay, so besides this game, what would happen if, like, we're in a similar situation where we didn't win the early game? What do I do?
So, for example, if you're in a situation in which you lost the exact same turrets that you have, so you lost tier 1, tier 2 bot, you lost tier 1 top, you lost tier 1, tier 2 mid, and you're into the very same compositions. At this point in time, what you should be doing is try to set up for, like, look at Garen. When he killed Garen here, that was good. You could have out. Lucky because he actually just came. You didn't scout anything out. So you just saw Garen here and picked him off. You pick people off and you stall the game as much as you can. You don't farm any lanes like you have done. You give all your farm to your laners, to your Vayne, to your Cal, your primary carries. You put Zed on a side lane and tell him just go into a side lane. Try to do as much as you can. Garen has full damage, so he has no armor whatsoever. You can actually do stuff into him. You try to make your Vayne big enough so that she can stay in a side lane as well. Respond to the Yasuo, because she can also be the Yasuo. You try to force team fights when Amumu is not nearby. Wait for Vayne to respawn, 7 seconds. If they still stay here, you have to engage on them. Because, I mean, yeah, Ezreal doesn't have ult. Galio is right in between them, hard to use ult. Yasuo has only way to use ult with Galio E. Amumu is not nearby to actually matter. Vayne is coming in 7 seconds, so in about 14 seconds you need to engage on them. Let's see what you do. People are just going to drop away, just ping on them, and then you would engage. Because you lost the opportunity there. You had ults, and you could have used them. You had Morgana ult as well. You get Yasuo, exactly. You get Yasuo to get Drake, you put Vision on Asher. You put Vision on Asher, you force a pick, stuff like that. Right now for you, it's really hard to play team fights because you have no real way. I mean, you're tanky as fuck, but not much you can do. Actually, win some team fights here because you're dumb as fuck, I guess. But and you get tier 1. You're shipping Nash? I guess you do. You go Nash, you should get it. Perfect. You get Nash as well, recall. With Nash, now you set up, you get both tier 1. You put Vision here and jungle. You set up Vision. You force your Zay, Kyle to go top. You go here on bot. You leave Zed on bot side actually, not Vayne. You go with 3 people on mid. You get Vision here as well. 1 ward in top side, 2 in bot side. You continue to clear waves mid and push them. You force them to split up into Garen and Yasuo. Garen can choose to go into Cal. Yasuo gets just to go into Z. If Yasuo goes to Z, he dies, and you have priority rotation to bot. If Garen comes bot, then it means Yasuo goes top over Cal. Priority rotation to top. You can dive Yasuo under to tier 2. You understand what I mean? With the Call ulti. That's
Yes,
what you
I
do
see
from this
what you're
point.
saying here.
What do you do?
We don't do that. We don't do that. We walk around like monkeys with our head cut off because we still think we're so far behind.
I mean, you're not even 1K behind.
I see this now. I was looking at the gold lead, and
And you have
I
Nasher.
personally, at this moment, I thought we were much further behind and just had to use our Nasher semi-defensively.
Oh.
Maybe get bot tower, maybe get the mid tower, but
It's equal in kills. They have 3 towers over you. I think you have first blood. What else? And it's equal in kills mostly. They only have 3 towers. I mean, yeah, normally they have more gold than you do, and I don't know how you're so equal in gold, because normally you should be a bit 1K behind with 3 towers done. But, I guess it's just it's because you have 167 farm. I forgot, and your Vayne has more farm, and you primarily have more farm than most people. That they are like you have as much farm as your mid laner, and 50 farm over your bot. And you're just fighting here for bot when you should just get it. Like you're clearing skull. At least go mid and get tier 2. What are you doing? You're just randomly being around. You don't need to be around your Zed. Zed can escape. Go mid. But you don't do anything of that. Because you're not really... Look at your wave top. Look how it's pushing. Look at it. And this wave is coming as well, and it's going to push into your turret and crash into it. Look where your wave here mid is. You can crash into this turret. You can be on bot, and you can let them have to respond to them. Because the waves are going to crash into them. And just go bot and get turret, because eventually they're going to have to go to defend the turret. Because you sent Cal here top to get it. So one has to respond. And then you can move to mid if you want to. You can get a turret there, you force them to come around, you order jungle beforehand, you see them coming around and rotating late, you go in, you get the wave before it meets, you get the next wave to crash, you get bot turret, after you get bot turret, you move up the wave, you crash it into the next turret, you then go back into jungle, place new vision, Baron is still up, go mid, push to mid, Kel is still top, and from the one you do what you know. What I explained previously. So you can still do that. You still don't do it. Because you don't realize, and you just randomly die. Okay.
no, we're just kind of walking around.
Exactly. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do, and I can't explain it to you, but you're not going to do it because it's still solo queue. So that's why I want you to play the early game properly in solo queue and know what you can do. If you're playing a Sejuani, I would explain team fights and what you can do way more. But you're playing Warwick, which is an early game jungler, and you didn't do your job in early game, so I see no reason for you to explain how to play. I mean, I can explain to you, I already did, what you could be doing late game. But
I understand. I understand where you're coming from. I fucked up the early, and then from there, it was pretty much I'm behind.
I mean, you managed to get up. Now you have advantage, for example. You can still do that. You don't do it though. You don't clear. You don't get mid. Like there's only a Mumu defending. What are you afraid of? Why are you clearing blue? Is blue more important than a tier 1 turret? Or I mean, blue from whom? From Ezreal? He's not going to use it. Yasuo? He's not going to use it. Amumu? He's irrelevant. Fuck him. Garen? He's not going to use it. Galio? He's not going to use it. Like, what is the blue worth? Their blue is worth nothing to them. Only matters to Amumu, and Amumu is there just to exist. If Amumu gets blue, it's not going to increase their chances to win. Their blue is irrelevant. Your blue is also relevant this game. Your red is relevant because you have a Vayne. Their red is relevant because they have an Yasuo. And that's pretty much it, because he can use the red to split push. Or Ezreal, I guess, to carry with that as well. That also could be it. Or Garen to actually just get onto you. Their blue buff is actually worthless. There's no point for you to contest it. It's not going to do anything if you take it. You understand me?
Yes.
So what you need to do is not take blue. You group up his mid. You take the turret. You kill Mumu if you want. If he wants to see here. If you actually do it properly. You get turret. Turret falls. You can go down. Now you have an entire line of vision like this. They cannot contest this side of the map. So you just go. You take tier 1. You open the map more. You stay mid. Still lower than this because they're still this side. That's still dangerous. because you have tier 2 mid down, but you don't have tier 2 in the side lanes. You force it here, you force skull top. You will want to have the Garen somehow bait the Garen into going bot side, so you can put the Yasuo into top side to respond, so you can dive him easily with the kill ult, or even if the Garen comes top, he squishes fuck, so you can still dive him. So Garen goes top to respond, you dive him top side with the kill ulti, you get top turret, Drake is up at 4, if they go Drake, you get the inhib, if you don't go Drake, you go back mid, you push the wave, Zed pushes bot, you all go back towards Dragon, you get the Dragon, you get the Infernal, you then back off, recall, set up again, put Cal on the bot side, 3 people here, or 4 people here, Zed on top. Let Zed split push up until the inhib, see who matches. Garen matches him, perfect. You go bot. You rotate bot as people, as a unit, even if you're still by Warwick. You dive whoever is bot defending against the Cal. Against the Cal. You dive the people, you don't go and overstep your boundaries. You return, push the wave in, again, wave needs to go in to crash in. You clear the mid, so at least the wave crash here, at least at this position. Zed clear stop, will probably be around here. You then wait for people to respond to Zed. Zed disengages, people go on him, 2 people at least need to go on him. Because Yasuo can do it alone, so probably with a Mumu. You go back mid, you put vision here, you put vision here, you put vision here. You siege this, you engage on this side if they choose to go this side. So if they choose to return by this side towards mid, you get that. If they go on this side, they just continue. So just random stuff like that. Not random stuff, but stuff like that.
I definitely see what you're saying. This is like the whole back to the chess versus checkers thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. And we have the pressure lead. All right. Was it good for you?
Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Wait. Sorry. I apparently do have a session now, so I can still continue.
Yeah. No. I understand. If you want to reset this, that'd be great too, so I could just save this.
Yeah. So you understand the macro. There's a lot of macro that you can do. You just don't do it because you don't know it, and your team doesn't do it because they don't know it. So if you know it, at least you can help your team understand and tell them what to do, to properly assign them a lane. But you don't do that because you don't know, and you just probably lose a team fight randomly anyway. I'm not going to look at how you engaged and whether you should have engaged or not, because it's not even close. Like, that's not how you should play on a team fight. Like, what are you going to team fight with? Kill Vayne, Zed? Into the Mumu? I mean, Mumu, Galio, Ezreal. It's not any better. But it's not your win condition. Because I don't think we even went through the win condition in the beginning. That's how much I rushed by mistake. Because I even forgot to do that. Your win condition is, was not on talking to 1-3-1 effectively, because you have 3 champions that can go a split push. If 2 of them, just 2, are more ahead than Yasuo and Garen, you can split push. It doesn't matter who. You can group the Zed with you, you can group the Vayne with you, you can group the Kel with you. Ideally, not the Kel. But if Zed is not fed, Vayne can go to split push. If Vayne is not fed, Zed can go to split push. And you can do the 1-3-1 easily. And you win if you arrange so that at least one of Zed and Vayne are ahead, but you know that Vayne will not be able to pull. You won't be able to pull her out ahead because your early game is weak. So you just forget about her and you move priority on Zed. So you move priority on Zed and kill. You try to get them ahead. You get the 1-3-1. You win the 1-3-1. You force them out. You get turrets, like I said. Because I told you a 1-3-1 example on how you close that game. You understand me? You feel me?
Yes, I do.
I know it's a lot of stuff to actually go in, and it's more advanced than I'd like to. But I mean, you need to understand it if you want to know stuff like that. I'm sorry if I forgot the win conditions because I just watched it, thinking ahead of that session. But
you did kind of go over it at the beginning with the lane matchups.
Yeah, but just a few, not detailed as I want to, so you can understand, so we can talk about it. But mostly, it's your early game and not punishing. Your pathing early game is absolutely terrible. So I'm just gonna go over this again. You start red, it's good. You start wolves, is good. Go. You want blue as well. You can go top to dive. That's a possibility. Since Garen is low, you fucked up the dive mechanically. Mechanical error. You don't want to do mechanical errors. ask Gil to invade and go into the jungle. Garen cannot respond without HP. If you're afraid of mechanical errors like that. If you're sure you're not going to do mechanical error, you can go for the dive top. After your dive top, go into the jungle, look at Krugs, because after a dive you might see him there. Actually, you're not going to be very low HP, so just try to get out. Put a ward at Krugs while you get out. Check him out, that's what I meant. Back out, and you can do, and if the wave crashes in and it resets to the mid, you can go again for a gank. So you go back, you go to Wolves, no, actually Wolves don't respond, you go to Gromp, you go back top, you see if a movement has went around, place a ward, you go back, wrap around, kill him again, start with D, then use Q, stuff like that, go on, stuff like that, over and over again. You understand me? Camp him, Kill will be 2-0, Kill will have advantage, Garen has no TP, crash the wave, Garen falls behind on XP, Garen is 0-2, you will be able to recover from that, and then you can Sobel Zed and create pressure around this side of the map, which allows you to invade a movement's top side of the map, which allows you to pull him out of the jungle, force him bot side, which allows you to then focus more on mid. You can use Scout to actually roam, so she can crash the wave and ask her to roam mid with you to actually dive the Zed to Yasuo. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do. The pathing is what you suck at completely, and decision making, and pretty much that's it. You don't understand your win conditions, you don't understand how to path efficiently, you don't understand what decisions are better because you don't know how to assess them. You get decision making by playing the game more and more and more. You improve your pathing by understanding the game more and more. So by improving game knowledge, and you improve your what else? Mechanics by playing experience as well, so stuff like that.
All right. One question: is there anything positive we can take away from this?
You still have the instinct to pick people off when you see them in wrong positions. So like I saw you have Garen here, and you were at this side. You understood that you can go on him immediately because you were 2-1, because you were in 2v1. So at least you have the instinct that you can actually pick people off, and that's probably why you're actually winning games. Just because you have that instinct alone, when you realize when someone is out of position. Not insane instinct, but good enough.
Okay.
That's one thing that you did correct. What else you did correct is, I mean, you actually go to help your team when the skirmish happens. So when a 2v2 occurs, you know you can go there and turn around through 2. That's one thing that you do. Because I've seen you do that on bot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to set up dives with KL. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to praise you on. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. All right.
You
Well,
happy
I
with
really
that?
appreciate you taking the time. No, I'm not. I'm not happy. I have a shit ton more stuff to improve on. Like I have. Wow. I'm glad that I did this. Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome. If you need one,
I honestly thought I'd been doing decently, and I'm looking and I'm like, wow, I'm just trash. Why am I not bronze? Like, how the fuck am I not actually bronze?
because this Garen is fucking 19 kills, and he still didn't end the game pre-36 minutes. Gale has only 12 fucking deaths. Only 12 deaths. You just go and fuck around up until you get every single turret and you get zero in him. That's how you keep the Garen built like this at the very least. Nobody can actually answer him. Well, he doesn't know that. And then what does he do? I mean, look at him. I mean, he's just mid. Just
Yeah. So you're saying I win because everybody else sucks?
yeah. You're trash. Everyone else is more trash than you.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I have a lot to learn. Thank you very much taking the time out of your day.
No problem. If you need, like, I can watch you not next week, but in 2 weeks, because I have a vacation next week, and so I won't be able to do any vote reviews then. So if you want me to look at your PG, how you're doing, you can do that. Very small, but I won't be able to do a vote review in the next week. So I can only do a vote review in the next 2 weeks, and just tell me beforehand with 2 days or something, so I can schedule up. Okay?
All right, that's fine. Do you want to set up like a specific schedule? I should be hitting you up like every 2 weeks, every month,
Every 2 weeks should be fine normally. Unless I'm busy, I'll tell you, but